The story of Samael, the fallen angel, is in essence true. Once you get deeper into the story itself, you start to see what really occurred. Samael was cast out of heaven. Samael was one of the original two creators of the universe before they became polarized. They became polarized because of Samael and Samael's decisions and choices. What were Samael's decisions and choices? Samael was very angry with God, hated God, became very envious and very hateful towards God. And therefore, once that started to overtake him, he then started to devise a plan to get back at God, revenge. And so that plan included betraying his other half, his twin flame, soulmate, whatever title you want to give it. I don't really. Anyway, she was just an ends to means of not only destroying God but being God. And Samael did anything and everything in its power to make that a reality, all the way down into the material plane, which is where we are now, which is why these occurrences are happening. So Samael's war against God, his actions against God, his mate wanted to help. She wanted to step in and mend that bond, try to mend that and bring Samael back home where he belonged, in heaven. Samael wanted nothing to do with that. His actions, his choices, his decisions were dead set on being God, ruling over everything, controlling everything. He was extreme hate to the point of being pure darkness, pure it's where you get the extreme polarities, because what happens is that forces the other side to go extreme light. And this whole experiment in this petri dish has been to try to bring them back together, try to find a common ground, try to heal the wounds. And then one of the things I worked on last night was realizing that Samael's war against God, his feelings towards God, his anger towards God, that I made that my problem. I made it my mission to mend that bond, bring him back home, to heal him. Even in my human form, I was doing that. That's how I became a martyr and a victim, and then became beholden, and the one where I solved all of his problems. The problem with that was that I was creating a dependent, and he was dependent on my energy and on me to do everything for him, so that he could go out and do whatever he wanted. Cheat, lie, steal, kill, rule, whatever. And he knew I was loyal and loving, so he knew that I wouldn't go anywhere. So he was confident that he could continue with his mission, ironically. And then last night, as I'm working, and I was up from 11 until I had to go to work this morning at 8, and I was working through all of this stuff, and I wish I would have been able to download it last night, or this morning, I mean, because I've lost quite a bit of it, because once you heal something, it's gone. You move on. You don't hold on to it. You let it go. That's the point. But I realized it's not my fight. This isn't my fight. It's not my war. Your beef with God is not my problem. That's your problem. And I made it my problem. I tried to help you. And instead of being part of the solution, you drug me down into the depths of your anger and hate and despair and entrapped me in it. And I stayed stuck there for a long time because I thought I could just love you. If I could just show you pure love, if I could just show you, you'd want that. And then you would change, and you would grow, and you would create with me. That's not what happened at all. In every single avatar that I've dealt with, every king, every energy so far has repeated the same patterns, the same cycles. Use the resource, me, create your empire, and leave me in the dust, leave me to die. No reciprocation, no giving back. And in fact, just the worst, the opposite. It was more of bully, beat, traumatize, put in fear, abuse, neglect, abandon. And I put up with it. I put up with it because I felt like this is my person, this is my mate. There isn't any other one that God made for me, so I have to take what I can get, which was scraps, which was very little compared to what I was giving. And God doesn't step in. God doesn't step in unless God is asked to. And even at that, God really doesn't step in because God honors free will. Because without free will, what do you have? You have God. So God's like, okay, kids, you guys figure it out. I created you to create. Like, what are we doing here? Problem is that God didn't, or maybe God did, I don't know, I guess I can't speak for God, but creating, I'm pretty sure God did not see this, but whatever. Create two entities to create the universe, supposed to have balanced power, which they did in the beginning, but what happens when one tries to obtain all of that power and sucks the other one, like literally sucks the power out of one side into the other? Like it was like a massive imbalance. So God learned, we're never going to do that again. There isn't going to be an arranged marriage of two. It'll be many options to choose from, and pick the one that's more in line with who you are, what makes you happy, whatever you want, you choose. So I'm so hyper focused on finishing this and finishing what I started because I'm successful. It's never been done before. The unwinding of the universe. And the lesson or the thing that I understood last night, and once you understand something, then that understanding, that truth, and then a new choice undoes it. And so what I understood was that I should have never stepped in between God and Samael, because that wasn't my war, wasn't my battle. It's not my problem to fix. It goes back to my video about leaving people behind. Well, Samael, you made decisions and choices. You have to live with those. You're responsible for them. I'm not responsible for you. I'm not responsible for what you did to me. I'm not so responsible for the war and the attacks that you did to me, against me and against God. I'm not responsible for that. You are. It's yours. It's your baggage. It's your stuff to carry. And I'm no longer going to help you. You got to help yourself. Because when I went down into the depths of hell to try to save you, you didn't pull me up. Instead, you elevated yourself and left me there. And that's happened every single avatar I've met here in the earth so far, because I had to undo and learn and heal those things so that they don't happen again. And so, as I am doing this and letting go of this energy, it's starting to lighten me up a lot, allowing for my true energy to flow through me and for me to be who I am. It sucks to have to leave people in their own shit, but that's the thing, it's their own shit. No one saved me. No one helped me out. Did I have tools? Yeah. But I did the work. I put in the effort. I'm the one that felt the pain, relived the pain, that healed the energy, that cleared the emotions, that gained the understanding and the wisdom. That was me. It's how I was able to undo all of this shit. All while being abused and beaten and tormented. Wild ride. But the thing is, it's not my battle. It's not my battle. It's not my thoughts. It's not my actions, not my emotions. You are responsible for you. You are responsible for what you have done to me and against God. And you are under judgment. You have been under judgment. Judgment has been cast. You've been found guilty of treason, espionage, crimes against, I'd say humanity, but crimes against the universe. You literally created a virus and injected that into the womb of the feminine and totally corrupted the universe with hate and polarity. And that's why God casts you out. And now here we are. And you are gone. I never want a soulmate ever again, or a twin flame, or an arranged marriage. I never want to be told that I have to be with this person, or that energy, or that entity. That will never happen ever again. God understands that now too. Because this energy is it's a virus. It's very evil. It's very nasty, narcissistic. And If that's how you want to be, then by all means go be you. But you will be you by yourself. No longer are you going to feed off of innocence. I will ensure of that. And yes, you have fallen even deeper and cast into oblivion eventually. You will pay your punishment, and that is God's job, not mine. I am judge and jury, but I'm not going to punish you. I'm not going to be you. I'm just going to eliminate you completely from my existence and leave you where you choose to be. That's your responsibility, not mine. I'm not going to fix your problem. I'm not going to allow you to drag me down into your garbage. I deserve better. I will have better. I will create better. That's the period, end of story on that one.